show Miracle in Manchester, and she's right. Yesterday we said it on our show. If it happens, we'll call it Miracle in Manchester. All yours.
It absolutely is. Yesterday in that lunch live, I had lost all hope. I had no hopes from the Indian batters when we lost 2 wickets for zero. KL Rahul at the non-strikers end, sort of playing with his bat, looking at the pitch, tapping at the pitch, not being able to do anything. Nothing was in his hands from the non-strikers end. But I had lost all hope. I had definitely lost all hope. And what a comeback from the Indian batters first. First, the fact that KL Rahul and Shubman Gill, the captain, leading from the front, making his bat talk 2 sessions without a wicket. First, that session after lunch, we thought, you know what, by tea we'll be all gone. India will be bundled up and we'll be going home early. That was not the case. Then the session after tea where it still kept going, nothing happening for England. No Ben Stokes bowling, a huge important point.
2 overs.
2 overs, and that's it. Ben Stokes did not bowl. We thought, okay, something's happening here. A miracle is coming. Maybe a miracle is coming. But let's not get our hopes up because anything can happen. You don't want a broken heart. Nobody does. Next day comes in KL Rahul and Shubman Gill once again step into the field. The ball is old. 17 overs to the new ball. Ben Stokes puts his hand up and says, I will get the wicket. And he gets it. KL Rahul and me and Trisha sitting next to each other in the best part thought, all right, we're not going to last too long. Maybe by tea will be done. But no, walks in a Washington Sundar. Washington Sundar then takes it forward. Shubman Gill also loses his wicket. And while we were coming out for lunch, at the stroke of lunch, Shubman Gill loses his wicket again. And then what a fight back from Ravindra Jadeja and Washington Sundar once again. Ravindra Jadeja, how do you describe it? Back-to-back half centuries from Ravindra.
500 runs in the series.
500 runs in the series, and Washington Sundar, he saved the management. Look, if Washington Sundar had not performed in this match, I think Gautam Gambhir would have had to answer a lot of questions. Shubman Gill would have to answer a lot of questions. Why not a Kuldeep? Why a Washington Sundar? What really is going on? But then he stands up. He makes a promise. Takes those wickets, then gets in those runs, gets in a century. Ravindra Jadeja gets a century. When have you seen this? Is cinema.
Let me be a little bit critical at the start. I thought England was.
I summed up all the good parts.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, we'll have plenty of time on the show today to do all that. But I thought England did not play to the spirit of the game at the end when they were bowling. You offered it. India did not take it, well within their rights not to. And then Ravindra Jadeja, Washington Sundar nearing their 100. After that, what we saw from Harry Brook, from Ben Duckett, the way he started fielding, that's not how Test cricket is played. You offered it, the opponent did not take it. It is on the opponent to take it or not take it. All of a sudden, it became a joke. An incredible Test match in the last 10 minutes was reduced to a charade. Not done. Not done. You have offered it, fair enough. It is a draw. Everybody knows. But India and those two batters had earned their hundreds. So why not bowl with intensity and play to the spirit of the game till the very last ball? From Ben Stokes, it was not required. It was not required. But Gargi summed it up beautifully. I mean, imagine, let's actually focus first on Washington Sundar. I was telling him, name anyone. You could have said a Shubman Gill, a KL Rahul, Ravindra Jadeja, Rishabh Pant. Did anybody name an unlikely star in Washington Sundar? And this guy has this incredible knack of being the hero in the most unlikeliest of positions. Brisbane, it was Washington Sundar. It was Washington Sundar with that Shardul Thakur partnership in Australia when India made that comeback. It was Washington Sundar. Again, Manchester, it was Washington Sundar. So the guy in his, 3-4 years international career has seen a Gabba, has seen Australia and has seen Manchester. Absolutely, unbelievable.
And as a bowler, he has developed.
Unbelievable, absolutely. I mean, the in this series at Lords, he set it up. He set up the. Here, he was your best bowler with two.
Drift.
Washington, absolute. He kind of. He's not a star. He's not a star, but 50 in Birmingham. He played well at Lords in that partnership for 30, and here he's got 100. Absolutely magical. Go Ravindra Jadeja. People troll Ravindra
I
Jadeja.
remember, you know, both of us stood here taking those hate comments, taking that trolling, and we said, you can't be serious. Ravindra Jadeja took that.
There are
If there
loads of
was,
these chats. I don't want to miss them.
if there
So
was
you keep it.
anyone, if there was, any, I will keep a track on it. If there was anyone who took that game deep, why it went down to the last session at Lords was because of Ravindra Jadeja. If he had tried to accelerate, if he had tried to hit, the field was completely open. He would have gotten out, and you wouldn't have even seen a fight back, and you would have said that India doesn't have any grit. You would have said India does not have any resilience. But it was Ravindra Jadeja. But you troll him. Back at Edgbaston, brilliant win. But no, what are we talking about? We're talking about Ravindra Jadeja and the declaration that he was playing too slow, this and that, new ball, ye wo. But come on.
बट उसको कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. आप जानते हो बहुत दोस्त है वो मेरा. वो आके ऐसे बोलेगा खलास. And that day, उसको आप जाके बोलो वो पास में आके बोले दादा खलास. So Ravindra Jadeja is so much fun, and Shubman Gill actually on that balcony is doing this. Karo, get that sword dance out, and he was not doing it. He was not doing it. Ravindra Jadeja, and the captain is telling him, pleading with him. When Ben Stokes comes and offers, he says the captain will take the call. I mean, unbelievable. Ravindra Jadeja. Let's take
Okay,
these
the super
chats.
chats. Ayush Jindal is saying, Guryada, this draw gave a feeling of sukoon. अभी 2 दिन पहले सब लोग क्या बोल रहे थे याद दिलाओ. मैं बोल जानी. It's not a draw, but win for all of us.
100%.
You will take a lot of heart. Bengali, no idea what this says. You will take a lot of heart.
बाबा
from this
এইটা
draw.
খেলবি তো লর্ড সে খেললি না কেন? And he's saying, if you can play like this, why did you not play like this at Lords? He did play like this at Lords. You've got to give it to Ravindra Jadeja.
There was no
No
Washington
support.
Sundar at the end.
No, and there was no support.
Yeah.
I mean, he did play like this at Lords, Ravindra Jadeja, and absolutely did. There's no question he played like this at Lords and took it to the very end. These are different conditions, different contexts. Washington Sundar was there. He put his hand up. Washington Sundar unfortunately fell at Lords. This was mind blowing. This was absolutely mind blowing. Now, let's kind of step ahead and we'll come take it back. I think India start favorites at the Oval with England bowling 300 overs. I think India have a miraculous chance to equalize the series at the Oval. Ben Stokes will not be 100%. Jofra Archer looked half gone. Bryden Carse had pace dropped. Chris Woakes looks tired. So this English bowling attack,
also think-
in 3 days, do you reckon they'll turn it around? Can they?
I also think Indian bowlers are tired.
No, but you bowled once.
You bowled once, yes, but at the same time, maybe you don't have enough, as much stamina as an English bowling lineup either. So you've. I mean, I'm not saying that India do not start as favourites. I see this, yes, but if you compare the two bowling sides, I think India will also be tired. I don't think Akashdeep will be fit by then. Not sure. Looking at how
Wait,
he was
no
running
fitness?
in.
No, it's fine, right?
Looking at how he was running in today, there still seems to be a niggle there. He was sort of limping, not 100%, did not look 100%, but I won't take anything out of that, anything from that. Arshdeep, will his stitches heal by then? Not sure. We don't have any update on either of these bowlers right now.
We'll find out.
We'll find out, but as of now, we don't.
If I see the English attack, without Ben Stokes, this England side is not even 50% the side. It's an average side which Ben Stokes lifts and makes it a complete side with both bat and ball. Whatever it is, if Ben Stokes is able, he is superhuman. But if he is able to turn this around in 3 days and lands up at over 100%, then he is not even human. Superhuman, I understand, but I don't think that's physically possible. Bryden Carse and Chris Woakes have played all series. In fact, I have to say this England attack all of a sudden looks pedestrian. Jofra Archer, I don't think will be ready. They might have to go to Sam Cook. They might have to go to Josh Tongue. They might have to go to their second string, Gus Atkinson. Telling me that he looked gingerly at all of a sudden, England, because they momentum is also with India. 3 days travel day, 29th practice, 30th practice starts. This is incredibly difficult. Incredible England from here on to pull this off.
That Arco is saying, does the performance of Washington Sundar and Ravindra Jadeja difficult to pick Kuldeep? Arey Baba,
No.
nahi, you play all three.
No, because Washington Matter. Shardul. So four changes. So
10,
four
10,
changes
11.
for me. Four changes. Rishabh Pant force change. Dhruv Jurel walks in. Number one. Actually three. Actually, you know what? I was saying this to. I was saying this to.
Internet is pretty choppy.
Fine.
Should we just move
Chalo.
forward a little bit?
Is it our internet or,
Yes.
or my mine?
No, no,
It's
this area.
No, yesterday was fine.
Um,
Yesterday was fine.
let's see if this is any better.
हाँ ठीक ही तो है यार ये
मैं देखो अपने views
आप देखो मैं भी यहाँ पे देख रहा हूँ ठीक तो ठीक लग रहा है
Okay.
हाँ ठीक लग रहा है ये देखिए ठीक ही लग रहा है
No, now it was lagging.
this should be fine.
Okay.
So the point that I was trying to make, I was trying to say to Shayon and Trisha, you know, if I was in that Indian change room, I've seen a Rishabh Pant hobble and play like that. I've seen a Washington Sundar put his hand up and save an unlikely match. I've seen a Shubman Gill do an unthinkable. I've seen a KL Rahul bat like a genius. I've seen a Ravindra Jadeja. If I was just with Bumrah, I'll put my hand up and say I'll play over. You're the leader, right?
Yeah.
Jasprit Bumrah is the leader of this bowling attack. Put your hand up. And by the way, he's not bowled the last 2 days. He should not. He doesn't need to train the next three, conserve, and go and play the oval. That is your last. Don't play the Asia Cup.
Yeah, it's not like Jasprit Bumrah will not practice for the next 3 days and will not be fine. He'll be just fine. He can put his
Enough
hand up
rest.
instead. Yeah.
Enough rest.
Yeah.
Put your hand up as Jasprit Bumrah. There is no need for Jasprit Bumrah to play a T20 competition in the Asia Cup. Play this match, WTC cycle, series on the line, win this at the Oval. Jasprit Bumrah. So for me, Rishabh Pant goes out, Dhruv Jurel comes in, Shardul Thakur goes out, Kuldeep Yadav comes in because with Washington Sundar getting 100, that 7 is good enough in terms of batting. Anshul Kamboj goes out. Whoever between Akashdeep and Ashdeep is fit, put your hand up and walk in. Those are the three changes as far as I am concerned for the over.
Pankaj Agarwal is saying there was an image circulating where Bryden Cass was deliberately stepping on the ball with the spikes. Isn't it ball tampering?
Haven't seen that image, won't be able to comment. By the way, I also want to clarify this. A lot of people were telling us about Sunil Gavaskar's comment on Gautam Gambhir. I had a chat with Mr. Gavaskar in the pre-show also. It was being said that Mr. Gavaskar had blasted Gautam Gambhir, etc. Mr. Gavaskar was very categorical. He's not said anything like that. So I want to absolutely clarify. Had a detailed chat with Mr. Gavaskar saying, Sunny Bhai, this is going around. He said, I have not said a word like this at all. So that was Mr. Gavaskar on that Gautam Gambhir issue.
Vivan Singh, how do you rate the century of Gill as compared to the previous one?
This is his best.
Career defining. Career defining.
Yeah, but shot was not good. Shot was not good, but
have to give it to
temporary moment, lapse of concentration, whatever it is. But this is one of his, if not his best international 100. Leeds was a belter. Edgbaston was a belter. This one, 0 for 2, match on the line, series on the line, captain coming out, that kind of humongous pressure, having conceded 699. This was an unbelievable effort. Ball up and down. Brilliant.
Okay.
Brilliant. I think Shubman Gill has now earned the tag. And by the way, 700 plus runs. He will break Mr. Gavaskar's record at the Oval.
Yes, he will.
That will be some moment. 1971 West Indies. How much? 50? 54 years. 774 with an average of 154.20 is what Mr. Gavaskar averaged in the Caribbean. First test 65-67, thereafter 221-24, and he kept going 774 in the Caribbean. Now, Shubman Gill, 54 years later, is on the cusp of crossing that 774. What will it be? Historic at the Oval. Historic.
A lot of people talking about Sai Sudarshan and how he should be backed.
He should be
number
back.
100%.
100%. You have a very strong point on Sudarshan. Say it. That he's a long haul player.
Oh, 100%. I've said this, and I've said this throughout this tour, throughout this series. In the first match, I did not understand why that the management was trying something. But when it comes to Sai incredibly technically sound, three things about him: incredibly technically sound. Two, he can change gears. If you've seen him play in domestic cricket as well, really fast, and he's just one of those batters who can. And third, if he rectifies that leg, down the leg deliveries, that problem, that weakness of his, sure, down the
इशू
lane
वहीं
जो
पे है,
हाँ
वही
को जो
वहाँ खेल से नहीं
देता है।
थोड़ा सा, पर गांगुली का भी था वो। हर
That
बैटर
it
का कुछ ना
happens.
कुछ रहता
Of
है।
course. No
सी
one
बॉल
is
का शॉर्ट बॉल
100%
11,000 रन बनाया उसने, 9,000 रन।
no one is 100% perfect technically. Once he rectifies that, I think because Ben Stokes has over and over exploited that weakness, that now it is becoming a glaring weakness. But again, if he rectifies that, I think he has shown you huge potential. I think, and I am saying this, I don't say it often, he has superstar potential.
100%. And by the way, I know the guy, I know his family. I can tell
Very
you,
humble.
absolute level head on his shoulders. When he got 100 in the IPL, his parents were there and they wanted to give him a surprise. I'd done an interview. That was my first interview after the ban. David Miller was the first. This was the second. Sai Sudarshan, one of the most humble people. One of the most humble. And he will say, sir, India playing for India is like this canvas I want to paint. He's an absolute rock star chap. Very nice guy. First innings, the way he batted showed character. As Gargi said, absolute warhorse for the long haul.
Okay, Rohit Roy is saying if you play Kuldeep if you play Kuldeep, India will be with three pacers. I will be okay if Bumrah is among one of them. But if Bumrah is not playing, I would want four proper fast bowlers with no sharp.
Why not? Where is your four fast bowlers happening? Not happening.
है
शार्दुल तो शार्दुल नहीं है. शार्दुल और अंशुल कंबोज नहीं खेलेगा. ये आप छोड़ो. But Jasprit Bumrah, yes. But the point is oval. Wait, let's see what kind of a track. Will it be a dry track? We will have to see what London promises. And then, but four fast bowlers, then there is no place for Kuldeep. You're not going to drop Jadeja or Washington. So if you're not, so what is your combination then? Your top seven is set. Your top seven is simple. Rahul, Jaiswal, Gill, Sai Sudarshan, Jurel at 5 because no fun. Jadeja and Washington. That's your top seven. Clear, done, finished. Now your last four. If you go with Kuldeep, Kuldeep is 1. Siraj, 9. What is your last two? If Jasprit plays Jasprit and then one between Akashdeep and Ashdeep, that's your 11. If Jasprit doesn't play, then you have to see whether it's Akashdeep and Ashdeep both are fit or not. That's it. Anshul Kamboj goes out, Rishabh Pant goes out, Shardul Thakur goes out. Other three changes. And if Jasprit doesn't play, then 4. As I said, Jasprit Bumrah being India's greatest ever bowler, this series on the line, WTC cycle, possibility of 2-2. After this humongous effort, put your hand up and say, I want to play. Put your hand up and say, I will lead this attack at the Oval. I don't want to play the Asia Cup. Forget it, yaar. T20 cricket, who plays? Forget it.
Kuldeep is not wicket dependent. He's a blessing.
Kuldeep is fine. Kuldeep is absolutely fine. Jasprit Bumrah should play at that Oval game. If he doesn't, I will personally be very disappointed, Gargi. Jasprit Bumrah should put his hand up.
Ashish Punna has sent us a super chat. Ashish is
He
saying,
must be having mint chocolate again.
are you having mint chocolate ice
Hey,
cream?
Ashish, write to us again. Are you having mint chocolate or what is your dessert for tonight?
But for now, he's saying, Pratishtha, Anushasan, Parampara. Dil Bole Harippa. What an absolute cinema. Better than the climax of Lagan. Our boys did not give Dugna Lagan on day 4 and 5. Brilliant batting. Thanks a ton, boys. I love Test cricket.
But who is Captain Russell? Who is Captain Russell? Ben Stokes is much better than Captain Russell. Right? Ashish, you're right. I mean, Pratishtha, Anushashan, discipline, whatever you call it, resilience, passion, commitment, dedication. I can keep rattling adjectives.
I'm in the bottom of line, right?
You do. You absolutely do. You absolutely. You're not underage, so you get it. So absolutely do. Come to when you meet me at the Oval. So you get out of the Oval and walk to Vauxhall Station. I think there's an Odd Bins there, or one of those stores there. I remember one of those stores very close to where I was living the last time during the WTC final. I'll buy you a bottle of wine. I happily buy you a bottle of wine. In fact,
I'll
choose.
take it back home.
Choose. You don't want to open it here.
Oh,
Then okay, we'll have a chat.
I know what you're trying to say.
You can have your bottle of champagne or wine, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm more than problem whatsoever.
Saika Sanyal is Akash team not anymore in the squad today. There is no name of Akash team. Anything. Don't worry. He was giving them water and everything. Don't worry. He's not gone. Okay. What does Shubman mean? Also made a deal with Shubman, right?
Same deal. Whoever has won has won. Don't you worry. I will
Okay.
take the team and celebrate all this is, look, this is bigger than a win. The series is alive. I came back for India, for God's sake. I came back from India for these two test matches.
Worth it?
I mean, of course, worth it. And yes, she prodded. And I've got to give it to her. That last day at Lord's, she was like,
I
do you not
sat it
reckon?
down.
Yes, he did. He did. She did. Do you not reckon you need to come back? And I was like, oh, cost, money, this, that. And by now she knows me. Once I'm tempted, I'm headstrong. I won't think I'll do
I
it.
told you this will be
This is
historic.
worth it. This is absolutely worth it.
Told you this would be historic. Come back.
Unbelievable test
Yeah.
match. Unbelievable test
Okay,
match.
Ishwaran, sorry, nahi. Any outside chance for Jagadish and nahi, Dhruv
Nahi.
Jurel will play.
Of course, Jurel will. And
Uh,
I mean, why? Tell me, why will Jurel not play?
Huh?
The chap is keeping. The chap is
over बेचारा keeping कर रहा है.
हर मैच आपने उसको लेके आया है सेकंड कीपर. उसने ऑस्ट्रेलिया में टेस्ट मैच खेला हुआ है. आप उसको क्यों नहीं? रांची में ब्रिलियंट खेला उसने. जितना चांस मिला है उतना अच्छा खेला. Why would you not have the Dhruv Jurel and have somebody else? I mean, give me one logical answer.
Okay. Indranil Roy Chaudhary saying Ishwaran becomes a spectator again.
Yeah, there is no space for Ishwaran. I mean, he's from my state. I feel that way hard for him. But कहाँ खेलेगा यार? कहाँ खेलेगा? I mean, Sai Sudarshan, you will have to continue with Sai Sudarshan. Good to see you guys again. Unbelievable.
Yes, Amit bhai.
Amit
2
is
days ago he told us the game's done.
Amit is at the press conference. Amit is at the press conference.
You
Yeah.
want to meet him?
He'll come because I've asked him to come.
How
I've
long
got to
it will
do
take him
some.
to come?
Amit will come in about 20 minutes or so because I've asked him to come. He has to come because we've got to do other stuff.
Okay, Ashish is saying he's treating himself with a butterscotch ice cream.
Okay,
Ashish, you are
Are we going
good to
in
see you. All the
fancy?
best. Are you guys coming to the Oval? You're coming to the Oval?
Yeah.
Fantastic. We'll see you at the Oval. Come to the main gate opposite the metro station, the underground.
Yeah.
Okay.
Walk
Okay.
right here.
Not the Vauxhall side.
Oval.
Not the Oval side.
Okay.
Either that or the Alex Stewart one.
Got it.
So we will be one of the two.
Sure. All
Okay,
the
take
best.
care, yeah.
Take care. All the best.
Manchester.
Pardon yes, Miracle in that's the title of our show.
How will you here in Manchester when you
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
I'm local, but I'll see you that game.
Take care. All the best.
Bye guys, all the best. Great show.
Ashish, have some chocolate tangerine or something ना butterscotch थोड़ा लग रहा है occasion के लिए.
क्यों?
नहीं अच्छा वाला आइसक्रीम खाओ, gelato खाओ.
तो क्यों वो बटर स्कॉच उसको अच्छा लगता है वो क्यों नहीं खाएगा?
Tiramisu
अजीब
वाला
आदमी है यार तुम।
gelato. I'm just egging Ashish on.
चलो दो खा लो.
Black magic और मैंने कुछ नहीं किया. But there are little superstitions that I did and they work. That's all
और
I
करिए
will say. That's
और
all I will
ओवल
say.
के पहले डबल करिए आप जो भी आपने किया होगा.
Lana Ghosh is in tears of ecstasy.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. This is one such moment where you need to be in tears of ecstasy. Look, the only test match which comes to my mind where you have seen something like this is that Ashwin Bihari test match in recent times. I'm not going back to 2001. Gargi wasn't around at that point in time, right? She wouldn't remember or know. But you would be in your nappies. So 1-year-old, not relevant to her. So this one, you watched that, the Ashwin Vihari one?
Yeah.
You did? So that is one test match which comes to mind in recent times, the rear guard effort. Because if you remember that, by the way, Ashwin had no feet. He was gone. His wife literally had to pick him up, put him in the bathtub, and then get him to wear his clothes and come. And the housekeeping person had to help him get into his trousers. It was that bad, his back. Hanuma Bihari couldn't do much at all. It's gone. Right? So Hani gone. And despite that, to save that test match, and after that, Washington Sundar, that same chap, comes and we have Brisbane, we have a Shardul, we have a Siraj, we have a Washington Sundar, we have that incredible Gabba turnaround. Why not? Miracle in Manchester, similar to Sydney, why not win the Oval and make it 2-2? That will be one heck of a series. Now you think of Lords and you should have been 2-1 up. You think of Lords, doesn't matter. Gargi needs to go to the Chessington Zoo. We must go to the Chessington to the Oval. Why? Because 19 where the elephant came from. The elephant actually came to the Oval.
Should not be.
You know, Ganesh Chaturthi day. He had come. Ajit Wadekar was sleeping in the dressing room.
You said.
Bhai, he said, kya hua? He said, Ganesh Chaturthi day, this is good omen. And the moment this is good, India goes on to win the Oval. Chandra 6 for 38. Oval is one heck of a cricket ground for India. So don't rule of to
Napier,
Kuldeep 100% should.
Napier,
Napier was like a road. Yes, I'm not taking anything away, but this was way more difficult.
This was-
Yes,
this pitch had a lot of
137. This pitch, new ball, up and down, English attack, pressure, series, everything taken. Yes, I understand Napier 137, but comparatively, this is a bigger one. This is a bigger achievement as far as I'm concerned. The Hanuma Vihari one, Napier, I understand Gautam Gambhir's moment. By the way, Gautam Gambhir's story is important. India was world number one team. Gautam Gambhir as a player in the change room had said, if we are the world number one team, we need to bat as the world number one team and go on and save the game. That's what Gautam Gambhir had said after Napier, or ahead of that final innings at Napier.
Pankaj Agarwal is saying, Boria, these New England pitches here, you don't need four pacers. You have to see KP's yesterday tweet. Kevin Peterson's tweet yesterday. Today I bought monkey sugar.
I actually buy that point of three pacers. I'm not saying Kevin Peterson's tweet,
Yeah.
but the three pacers, if you have somebody like a Bumrah, Siraj is a workhorse, and you get one more, either between Akashdeep and Ashdeep, you're good.
Yeah.
Because Kuldeep is an out-and-out wicket taker. So play Kuldeep as your
And
wicket-taking
have
option,
Jadeja.
plus you have Jadeja and Washington. That's a good enough bowling attack.
90.
Fabulous bowling attack.
Yeah.
3-3. You have batting till 7. Kuldeep can bat in the sense he has dour defense. And then you have the three in, because Akashdeep also, or Arshdeep देखो can bat. आपने IPL में भी देखा हुआ. Arshdeep is no muck. He's not like एक ball में out होगा. So this is a good Indian combination as far as I'm concerned.
Should we go last 5 minutes?
कितना हुआ है?
26.
हाँ और 5 मिनट करते हैं. सवाल ले लो, जितना हो सके सवाल ले लो.
Eamon Lahiri is saying Stokes at the post-match said there was no way he was going to risk any of his frontline bowlers once a draw was inevitable. After all the bowling they had done, understand both sides on this.
You know, while that is fine, I'm not saying that you risk your bowlers. But the fact is, don't bowl like that. Joe Root has won England matches with the ball. He is perhaps their better spinner than Liam Dawson. Harry Brook was joking. That's not how Test cricket is played. No one is asking them to bowl their frontline bowlers.
He came out for the...
Gautam must have come, no?
Yeah. Okay, so this is what this we can close with this. Gigi said, many wrote us off. This is the foundation of the team. I don't believe in transition. This is the best 18, just a little bit of inexperience. There was no doubt on Shubman Gill's talent. Those who had, they only know to talk about cricket. There is no burden of captaincy on Gill. No talk on Jasprit Bumrah yet for the last test.
So he's keeping it open. He's keeping it open, and that's good to see. Because had there been talk, he would have said no, he's not playing because it's 3 done.
Yes.
He was the one who had said he will play 3. But now that there is no talk. Yeah, he's bowled 1 innings.
I feel
They must play him. Jasprit himself should play. I want to play at the... Look, Kargi, if you're Jasprit Bumrah, you're the world's greatest. How does it look? The series on the line, you've bowled 1 innings at Manchester, and you don't want to play at the Oval. How does it look? It looks very, very strange if Jasprit doesn't play.
Okay, super chat from Sunila. What a huge effort from the team. Now, we ask for one more huge effort and finish the job at the Oval. See you at the Alex Stewart Gate on Saturday.
Done. Alex, today is what day?
Today is Sunday.
Today is Sunday. So tomorrow is 28, 29, 30, 31st is Thursday, 1, 2. So you 2nd August, day 3. Okay, day 3, Alex Stewart Gate done. You let us know when, because Alex Stewart Gate is our gate. That's the media gate. So it's easy for us to come down and just come out of the Alex Stewart Gate. And so I'll tell you where. You come out of the Alex Stewart Gate and you cross the road at a 45, right, Sunila? So we will stand right there. Cut across the road where we will do our live. So you come and meet us there.
Krishanu Day is saying, Boyada, can't KL Rahul keep the wickets instead of Pant in the Oval? Then we can get a specialist batter like Karun Nair instead of Dhruv Jurel.
No. And then what is Dhruv Jurel's job? To only keep
the wickets
for 100 and 100. No, yaar.
Acha.
Unfair.
Some Gambhir press conference. He said, I believe in results. Down 2-1. Hopefully, we will try and make it 2-2.
That's very Gautam. I mean, come on, that's very Gautam.
Okay.
होगा ये इसको चिल्ला के बोल रहे हो अरे
सबको बता रही हूँ
Yes, I do. I mean, इतना भी idiot नहीं हो सकता है कि बोलेगा मैं ओवल में broken foot लेके खेलूंगा. तो कीपिंग कौन करेगा?
Any amount of came to bat with a broken foot. Generation for this, it's unfortunate.
Rishabh Pant is
All-
a generational
all-
talent.
This is news. All fast bowlers are fit.
खिलाए खिलाए मैं चलो टीम बताओ
Jadeja, Washington, Kuldeep, Siraj. Wait. Akashdeep, not Siraj.
Not
Akashdeep.
Siraj.
अरे नहीं सुनो मतलब उस पोजीशन पे आकाशदीप सिराज बुमराह
आकाशदीप सिराज बुमराह कुलदीप खेल रहा है
कुलदीप खेल रहा है
आकाशदीप सिराज बुमराह 3 फास्ट बॉलर
हाँ
कुलदीप जाडेजा वॉशिंगटन
हाँ।
6 जुरेल 7
हाँ
गिल
साई
राहुल
हो गया।
साई जायसवाल that is the likely team because Jasprit should play.
If Jasprit doesn't, then it's Ashdeep and Akash both play.
No, boy, no. Jasprit Bumrah doesn't need to play the T20 tournaments, doesn't need to play all of that stuff. He doesn't need to play. Go play Pakistan if need be. And don't play Oman and UAE. Who the hell cares here, Oman and UAE? कोई किसी को फर्क नहीं पड़ता. आप पाकिस्तान मैच खेलो और बैठ जाओ बाकी आप वर्कलोड मैनेजमेंट कर लो ओवल के बाद तो कोई मैचेस ही नहीं है श्रीलंका सीरीज इज आल्सो नॉट हैपनिंग सो वंस जसप्रीत बुमराह प्लेज दैट ही हैज अ मंथ एंड अ हाफ रेस्ट month and a half. He has bowled one innings here. 33 overs is what Jasprit Bumrah has bowled. In a test match, you are expected to bowl 30 and 30. So you haven't bowled that much also. You have not played Birmingham. So it's not as if you are over bowled. This is not BGT that you are down in your hutches and gone. This is not like that. Jasprit Bumrah, on behalf of every Indian cricket analyst and fan, must play the oval. If he doesn't, it's a disservice to Indian cricket. Jasprit Bumrah must play the oval, put his hand up and say, I want to win India that game. I want to win India that game and prove the point. I am the leader of that bowling pack. You need more motivation after this. For God's sake, you don't.
On that note, we'll take your leave.
क्या ये
Incredible.
हार का दर्द किसी भी थकान से ज्यादा दर्दनाक होता है
मैंने सभी को कहा था हारना नहीं.
किसने बोला
He is saying it.
हाँ गौतम ने बोला है
Oh.
गौतम ने बोला है
Oh,
हार का दर्द किसी भी थकान से ज्यादा दर्दनाक होता है मैंने सभी से कहा था हारना नहीं That's what Gautam had said. This is very Gautam. This is excellent. If someone is batting on 90 or 85, won't you allow them to score 100? Both those guys deserved it and fortunately got it. 200% right. And you rub it in. Would England have not scored those hundreds if they had an opportunity? Rub it in. 100% they would have scored those 100. Who will Washington, Sundar and Ravindra Jadeja get 100? Jadeja will not. Jadeja is at the other side of his career.
Yeah.
Will he ever play in Manchester again? Maybe not. So he's got an opportunity to be the second Indian after Gill. तेंदुलकर के बाद 100 करने का वो छोड़ देगा क्यों छोड़ेगा भाई
नहीं छोड़ेगा. All right then.
ये और एक कमेंट है गौतम का
It's important to have substitutes for physical injuries.
एंड मैं ये ब्रेक भी कर दूं that in the next ICC meeting anybody who's watching our show I've done the column 3 days back ICC will allow for substitute for physical injuries. Sources, that golden word can't reveal the source, but ICC will allow substitute for external injuries like the one that happened to Rishabh Pant. That is something you will see in cricket series.
It's very important.
It's massively important. On that note, folks, incredible Manchester comes to an end. The miracle is real. The miracle is real. What we saw unfold in front of us is not real. It is real. That's why no sport can ever beat test match cricket or the glorious uncertainty of test match cricket. Gargi is richer for it. Everybody who watched it is richer for it. I am richer for it. The sport is richer having seen the efforts of these Indian boys and that of Rishabh Pant. Manchester is a fortress that England could not use to take this series beyond the line. The series is alive. India is alive. And over. Everything to play for. Join us tomorrow 12 noon with our review because it's still so review of the Manchester Miracle. Well done.